Good morning. Our lesson today, inshallah, is operation on cube root. I want to know the operation on cube root. First, I want to know cubic root negative 0.064. It will be negative 0.4. Cube root of 343, it will be 7. Cube root of 1 over 8 equal 1 over 2. Cube root 27 minus cube root negative 8. Cube root 27, it will be 3. And cube root negative 8, it will be negative 2. So 3 plus 3 minus negative 2, it will be 3 plus 2 equals 5. Here, cube root 8 equal 2 plus cube root negative 8 equal negative 2. 2 plus negative 2 equal 0. Cube root negative 0.0002116. It will be the negative 0.06. Okay. An example here. I have here cubic root multiplied by cubic root 4. So I make multiply 2 by 4 is equal 8. I'll put it under cubic root. It will be cubic root 8. It will be because 2 times 2 times 2 equal 8. So the cubic root of 8, it will be 2. Next, here cubic root of 128. It will be cubic root 64 times 2 because 64 has a cube root. So I make cubic root to 64, it will be 4 times cubic root 2. 2 hasn't cube root, so I'll put it as it. If I have cubic root A times cubic root B, it will be cubic root A multiply B in the same cubic root. So it will be cube root AB is the same of cube root A times the cube root B. I'll distribute the cubic root to the two numbers. Here, if A belongs to R, B belongs to R, B not equal 0, then here I have cubic root A over B. I distribute the cubic root to A and B. It will be cubic root of A over cubic root B, or the observe of it, the reverse of it, sorry, cubic root A over cubic root B, it will be cubic root A over B. An example here. I want to put this question in simplest form. Here I have cubic root negative 125 over 27. I put cubic root negative 125 over cubic root 27. Cubic root negative 125 in the cubic root will be negative 5 because negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 equals negative 125. And cubic root 27, it will be 3. So the answer, it will be negative 5 over 3. Number 2, cubic root 256 over cubic root 4. I make cubic root over a cubic root 3 on 256 over 4. Here 256 over 4, it will be 64. And 64 has a cubic root equal 4 because 4 times 4 times 4, it will be 64. Simplified. I want to make this question and simplify. How can I solve it? Cubic root 18. I distribute 18 and distribute 6. 18, it will be 2 times 3 times 3 because 3 times 3 equal 9. 9 times 2 equal 18. And I distribute 6 to 2 multiplied by 3. So I have here 3 times 3 times 3. It will be 3 power 3. And here I have 2 times 2. It will be 2 times 2 or 2 power 2 or 4. So the answer, it will be 3 root cubic root 4 because 3 power 3 in a cubic root, it will be 3. And 4 in cubic root, it will be as it because 4 has no cubic root. Question number 2, cubic root 16 minus 2 cubic root 54 plus cubic root 250. First, I'll distribute 16. It will be 8 times 2. Why? Because 8 has a cubic root, but 2 hasn't a cubic root. But I have 8. I have 8 has a cubic root. So I'll distribute 16. It will do 8 times 2. Minus 2 cubic root 54. It will be distributed through 27 times 2 because 27 has cubic root. Plus the cubic root 250. 250 it will be distributed to 125 times 2. 125 has cubic root. So the answer here, I'll make cubic root 8, it will be 2. And 2 has no cubic root, will be right at that يعني. Okay, sorry. It will be 2 cubic root 2. I have here 2 cubic root 2 because 8, it's a cubic root, it will be 2. And 2 in a cubic root, it will be written as it minus 2. Cubic root 27, it will be 3. So 3 times 2 equals 6. And put cubic root 2 as it. Plus cubic root 125, it will be 5. And put cubic root 2 as it because it has no cubic root into. So the answer here, I have here like term. I have cubic root 2, cubic root 2, cubic root 2. I'll put it as it. And make 2 minus 6 plus 5, it will be 1. So the answer, it will be cubic root 2. And here I have 1, but I can't write it. Again, I'll put here root 2, cubic root 2 as it. Cubic root 2, cubic root 2, cubic root 2 is like term. So I'll put it without any change. I have here 2 minus 6 equal negative 4. Negative 4 plus 5, it will be 1. So the answer, it will be cubic root 2. I have here fraction. Cubic root 250 over negative 8. 250, I distributed it to 125 times 2 because 125 has a cubic root. 125, it will be 5. And negative 8, any cubic root, it will be negative 2. So 125 and negative 8, it will be 5 over 2. And put negative. So the answer, it will be negative 5 over 2. I have to any cubic root. It will be root 2, cubic root 2. So here, 125, it will be 5. Negative 8, it will be negative 2. So cubic root 2, it will be cubic root 2. So the answer, it will be negative 5 over 2, cubic root 2. Okay, find in the mixed form. Number 1, cubic root, negative 8 over 27. I have here cubic root 8 and cubic root 27. Cubic root negative 8, it will be negative 2. 2 cubic root 27, it will be 3. Question number 2. Cubic root 512. Cubic root 4. I'll put the fraction in the cubic root. 512 over 4 in the cubic root. This is the answer. 512 over 4, it will be 128. And 128, it will be distributed to 64 times 2. And 64, its cubic root will be 4. And put cubic root as it. Next, put each of the following in this form. Question 1, letter A. Cubic root 24 plus cubic root 3 minus cubic root 81. I distribute this. The cubic root 24 first, I distribute it to 8 times 4 times 3, sorry. 8 times 3. Why 8 times 3? Because 8 has a cubic root. So I distribute the cubic 24. It will be 8 times 3. Here I have 8 has a cubic root, but 3, it will be read as it. Cubic root 3 will be read as it. minus cubic root 81. It will be distributed to 27 times 3 because 27 has a cubic root and 3 hasn't cubic root. So I'll complete the answer. In 8 in cubic root will be 2. I'll put 2 behind cubic root A3 plus cubic 3. It will be written as it, cubic root 3 minus cubic root 27. It will be 3 and put cubic root 3 as it. Here I have like term cubic root 3, cubic root 3, cubic root 3. I can make adding. Here I put cubic root 3 as it without any change. So I make 2 plus 1 minus 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. So the answer it will be 0. 2 plus 1 it will be 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. So the answer it will be 0. Another example, put each of the following in the simplest form. Here I have cubic root 54 plus 6 cubic root 16 minus 6 cubic root quarter. I'll distribute 54 and 16 and cubic root 1 over 4. It will be 54. I distribute at 27 times 2 because 27 has a cubic root. 27 will be 3, but 2 it will be written 2. Okay, I have here 16. It will be 8 times 2. Why 8 times 2? Because 8 has the cubic root, but 2 I'll put it as it. Here 1 over 4. 1 has no cubic root and 4 but has no cubic root. I want to change this fraction to another fraction equal to it but has a cubic root. It will be 2 over 8 because 8 has a cubic root. So I answer it first. I put cubic root 27, it will be 3, and put the cubic root as it, plus 6 multiply by cubic root 8, it will be 2. And the cubic root 2, put cubic root 2 minus 6 multiplied by 1 over 2. Why 1 over 2? Because 8 here in the denominator, so I'll make it cubic root will be 2. But 2 in the denominator, and the denominator it will be written 1, so the answer it will be 1 over 2. Multiply by 6 and put the cubic root 2 as it. I have here my term, so I can make adding and subtracting and multiply. Here I have 3 cubic root 2 plus 6 times 2 equals 12. It will be 12 cubic root 2 minus 6 multiplied by half, it was 3. 3 cubic root 2. So the answer it will be 3 cubic root 2 plus 12 cubic root 2 minus 3 cubic root 2. And here I'll put cubic root 2 as it. And cancel 3 with negative 3. So the answer it will be 12 cubic root 2. Again, here I have this exercise, a cubic root 54 plus 6 cubic root 16 minus 6 cubic root 1 over 4. Here I distribute 54 to 27 times 2. 27 times 2, it has a cubic root 27, it will be 3. So I'll put 3 cubic root 2 plus 6 cubic root 16. 16, it will be 8 times 2. 6 multiplied by cubic root 16, it will be 8 times 2. So 8, the cubic root is 2. I multiply 2 with 6, it will be 12 cubic root 2 minus 6 cubic root quarter. Quarter hasn't a cubic root. So I want to change the fraction to be a fraction equal to it and has a cubic root. So it will be 2 over 8 because 8 has a cubic root. So I'll change 1 over 4 to 2 over 8 and solve it. How can I solve it? 8 here in denominator. 8 in denominator, so it will be 2. But in numerator, I can't write 2 over 2. I can't. And 2 has no cubic root. So I'll put 1 over 2 multiplied by cubic root 2. Here I have 3, it will be 3. 6 times 2, it will be 12. And put a cubic root as it. Minus 6 times half. 6 times half, it will be 3. And put a cubic root 2 equal. I'll put a cubic root 2 as it and make 3 plus 12 minus 3. 3 minus 3, it will be 0. It will be cancelled. So 12 cubic root 2, this is the answer. Another example, each of the following in simplest form. I have here 2 cubic root 4 multiplied by 5 cubic root half minus cubic root 32. First, I want to multiply cubic root 4. I'll distribute 1 over 2 to be a fraction has a cubic root. So it will be 4 over 8 because 8 has a cubic root. And 32, it will be distributed into 8 times 4 because 8 has a cubic root. So the answer, it will be 2 cubic root 4 multiplied by 5 times have cubic root 4. Why? Because 8 here, 8. 8, it's a cubic root, it will be 2. And put 1 in the numerator because 4 hasn't a cubic root. So it will be keep 4. Kept 4, sorry. It will be kept 4 and make 1 over 2 multiplied by cubic root 4 minus cubic root 8, it will be 2. So I'll put 2 cubic root 4. Here I can multiply. So the answer, it will be, I have here 5 and times half. 5 times half, it will be 5 over 2. 5 times 1 equal 5 over 2 cubic root 4 minus 2 cubic root 4 and solve it. I have here 2 cubic root 4 multiplied by 5 over 2 minus 2, it will be half. 5 over 2 minus 2, it will be half, and put cubic root 4 as it. And you make multiply 2 times 1 over 2, it will be 1. So the answer, it will be cubic root 16, because I multiply 4 times 4. I have here 2 here, multiply by half, it will be cancelled, it will be 1. So I have here multiply, not adding or subtracting. I have here multiply. So I multiply 4 by 4, it will be 16, but in cubic root, it will be 16 here. I have cubic, I can distribute it into 3 times 8. 8 has a cubic root, so 8, it will be 2, and 2, it keeps 2. So the answer is will be 2 cubic root 2. This is a simplified. Okay, again, I have a question. 2 cubic root 4 multiplied by 5 cubic root 1 over 2 minus cubic root 32. First, I can make half two fraction. I'll change a fraction to fraction has a cubic root. So I multiply by 4 up and down. It will be 4 over 8. I have here 8 has a cubic root, so 8 it will be 2. But I'll put 4 as it. So 5 multiplied by half. Why half? Because the 8 in the cubic root will be 2, and to put 1 and keep cubic root 4 minus cubic root 32. 32, I'll distribute it to 8 times 4. 8 has a cubic root, its answer is 2. 4 hasn't a cubic root, I'll put it. So the answer here, 5 times half cubic root 4 minus 2 cubic root 4. I multiply 5 times half, it will be 5 over 2. 5 over 2 cubic root 4 minus 2 cubic root 2. 5 over 2 cubic root 4 minus 2 cubic root 4, it will be half a cubic root 4. Then I can multiply this bracket with 2 cubic root 4. I cancel 2 with 2. Why? Because 2 times half, it will be 1. 2 times half, it will be 1. So the answer, it will be cubic root 4 times or multiply cubic root 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. I put cubic root 4 times cubic root 4, it will be cubic root 16. So the answer, it will be cubic root 16. But cubic root 16, not in the simplest form. I can distribute it. How can I distribute it? 16 equal 2 times 2 and 4 times 4. 4 times 4 in 16, 4 hasn't a cubic root. So I can distribute 16 into 2 times 8 because 8 has a cubic root. So cubic root 8 equal 2, and put the cubic root 2 as it. So the answer, it will be 2 cubic root 2. Here I have x equal cubic root 5 plus 2, and y equal cubic root 5 minus 2. Find x plus y all power 3 minus x minus y all power 3. I'll put x first, cubic root 5 plus 2 plus cubic root 5 minus 2 all power 3. Here I have 2 minus 2 and distribute another x minus y all power 3. I'll put x cubic root 5 plus 2 minus y equal cubic root 5 plus 2. Y plus 2 because negative multiplied by negative equal positive. So here I have x minus y. So y has cubic root 5 minus 2. Minus 2 with negative, it will be plus 2. So the answer in the next bracket will be cubic root 5 plus 2 minus a cubic root 5 plus 2 all power 3. I have here additive inverse, I cancel it. 2 with negative 2, it will be 0, so it's cancelled. And in another bracket, I have here cubic root 5 with negative cubic root 5. It will be cancelled because they are the additive inverse of each other. Because 2 with negative 2, it will be 0. And the cubic root 5 with negative cubic root 5, it will be also 0. So the answer in the first bracket, it will be 2 cubic root 5 all power 3. I'll put here I have 1 and here 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. I'll put cubic root 5 all power 3 because 2 cancelled with negative 2. In another bracket, I have here cubic root 5 cancelled with negative cubic root 5. So I can make adding with 2 plus 2 equal 4 all power 3. So the answer here it will be 40. This bracket will be 40 minus this here 4 power 3, it will be 64 and make difference between them. So the answer it will be negative 24. Again, if I have x cubic root 5 plus 2 and y cubic root 5 minus 2. So the answer, I want here the value of x minus x plus y all power 3 minus x minus y all power 3. I'll put first bracket here x plus y. X plus y means that cubic root 5 plus 2 plus cubic root 5 minus 2 all power 3 in first bracket minus the second bracket x minus y. X cubic root 5 plus 2. I write it minus here I make multiply by negative 2 all y, all number in y. Negative here multiply by negative by root cubic root 5, it will be negative cubic root 5. And negative here multiply by negative 2, it will be positive 2 all power 3. I have here additive inverse. I have here 2 with negative 2, it will be cancelled 0. So I have cubic root 5 plus cubic root 5, it will be 2 cubic root 5 all power 3 minus cubic root 5 cancelled with negative cubic root 5, so it will be 2 plus 2 equal 4 all power 3. Here it will be 40. 2 cubic root 5 all power 3, it will be 40. Why 40? Because 2 power 3, it will be 8. And cubic root 5 all power 3, it will be 5. 8 multiplied by 5, it will be 40. Minus 2 plus 2 equals 4. And 4 power 3, it will be 64. So the difference between them equal negative 24. That's our lesson. We said that. How can I solve? Here, here simplify, and we solved it. So our lesson today, we talk about operation on cubic root. I must distribute the number in a cubic root into two number has a cubic root. Like cubic root 16, it will be distribute 2 times 8, not 4 times 4, because 4 has no cubic root, so I can't distribute it into 4 times 4. I must distribute 16 into 2 times 8, because 8 has a cubic root. And another in cubic root 54, I'll distribute it into 27 times 2, because 27 has a cubic root, but 2 has a cubic root, but each of product has a cubic root. So 27 has a cubic root equal 3 has a cubic root. 250, I must distribute it into two number each of them has a cubic root, so it will be 125 times 2. I must distribute it to make simplify to the number, and then make adding or subtracting. Here, if I have a fraction, I must distribute the fraction into cubic roots. Here, I put negative 8 in the cubic root will be negative 2, and 27 it will be 3. It's so easy. Okay, each as the following. I must distribute this without before I start solving, because I can distribute 24 into 2, 8 times 3, not 6 times 4, because 6 has no cubic root and 4 has a cubic root. So I must distribute 24 into 2, 3 times 8, because 8 has a cubic root, and I'll keep cubic root 3 as it, and cubic root 3 has no cubic root. Minus 81, I distribute it in 27 times 3, because 27 has a cubic root, and keep 3 as it. Okay, that's our lesson. It's so easy. And thank you.